What's up, everybody? Christian Ballard, sports journalist here at Ballard Sports Media. We'll give it a little bit. If we get people on, great. If not, I don't really have much to talk about tonight. Just wanted to see if anyone wanted to come on and hang out. Figured that'd be great. Um, Figure we talk up some college football, make some picks, predictions, whatever. And we got at least one watching right now. Hope everyone had a good 4th of July. Sorry. I'll be honest. I'm pretty tired, but I love doing this, and any chance I get to go live, I'm just like, you know what, let's do it. So I have nothing to do tonight. I figure we go live. I don't have much planned to talk about, but I am here, and hopefully all of you are as well. We got a couple people watching. Appreciate it. Um, Alabama. I talked about them the other day picking up a commitment. They picked up another one today in Jira Edwards, a five-star safety for 2026. So they're on a roll. There's a lot of teams. I mean, even Georgia's getting some good commitments, and I think Texas is picking up some. There's been a lot that have committed within the last week, and a couple different ones have gone to the Crimson Tide. I think Auburn picked one up. I'm not sure. Don't hold me to it, but there's been some good commitments this week for 2026. I like how it's going. Um, One that surprised me, Alvin Russell is a five-star wide receiver. He picked Syracuse. Now that has NIL written all over it, doesn't it? Now, again, I would say this. I don't blame a player for chasing that, for going wherever he wants to go. Um, that's just it's just mind-boggling to me. Like it's kind of weird. Syracuse picks up a five-star in Calvin Russell today. And they had not had a commitment. Um, it looks like since last month. And they had a big recruiting month last month in June. They had Carter Bashir is a three-star tight end. Zakir Leaks is a three-star defensive edge. They got a quarterback, Zayd Lott, back in March. Tyrell Grant Jr. last month. They've had a big year in commitments, but they were able to pick up a five-star in Calvin Russell, a wide receiver. And look, again, I'm not going to sit here and say he shouldn't go there. He can go where you want to go. He's from the state of Florida. He's in Miami. He kind of surprised everybody there. I don't know how high up the Syracuse was on his list or radar, but again, I'll pull this up for you guys. Make sure that's good. That's good. Okay. Tennessee, A&M, Toledo, UCF. A lot of offers, obviously. Um, the interest level got all these offers. Alabama ain't got no interest in it. Florida ain't got no interest in it. LSU, I don't know. I mean, maybe before commitment, it looked a little different. It's just so weird to see Syracuse get a five-star like this, but I credit them. I think they're going places. I really do. I think that they'll have a good season this year if they can continue their recruiting. I think that they're on the right track. So Syracuse, man, getting a five-star wide receiver. How much money you got in your pockets? Oh my gosh. Yeah, Fran Brown's doing some good things up in New York, so I credit them. 20th overall class right now. Transfer rank, not available right now, but we'll see. We will see. Anyway, what else is going on? Alabama picked up a 5-star this week. I think Auburn's getting some good players too. So it's looking up. USC still sitting at number one with 31 commits. Georgia inching close though to that number one spot. Jared Curtis, they've had him since May. They picked one up this week, I thought. Georgia did. I don't know. They had one yesterday, Braden Fogel, a tight end. They had on June 30th last week, Pierre Dean is a defensive lineman. So anyway, that's what I got for recruiting. That's what I got for recruiting. I just figured we'd hang out, talk some ball, and all that other stuff. Just figure we hang out. We'll give it a little bit. We got some people watching, but we'll see if anyone wants to join. That'd be great. We had 109 views, by the way, on our Sedarian Morgan live stream the other day. So love and appreciate all of you for that. I think that's great. Mayhem, what's up, buddy? You want to get in here and talk up some ball? You can. Be a weirdo. I don't care, man. I'm not. I'll tell you what I'm not doing. I'm not doing another karaoke stream. I don't know, man. That was that was kind of weird a couple weeks ago, um, but yeah. How's Georgia's got some commits this week, I think. I don't know, man. I'm just such a big recruiting nerd and a big buff on that. I really am, you know. And there's nothing wrong with that. People say, "Oh, it doesn't matter until signing day," and even still, you got the portal. Okay, cool. That's fair. All of that is true. It doesn't matter until they're named a starter and they prove themselves on the field. That's true. It's also fair. But, it I think recruiting is a reflection on coaching, personally. I mean, people just got to admit that. Uh, JD Pickle put out his Clemson Tigers record prediction. I have to watch that later. I don't mind guys like Josh Pate or JD Pickle. I know a lot of people like. Well, number one, a lot of people like guys like that because they get a lot of good viewers and stuff. But then there's people that say, "Well, you're just another one of them. You don't know what you're talking about." Blah blah blah. I don't know. When people do predictions. I mean, like I say in the off season, nothing is set in stone for college football except the schedule. But once you go out there, if you want it bad enough, go get it. Syracuse would be a good team this year. Could they beat Tennessee week one? That's a big question. I think they can. Do I think they will? I don't know. Uh, that's neutral site. Is that in Orlando or I think it's in Atlanta? I mean, I know it's neutral site. I think it's a Chick-fil-A kickoff or the Aflac, whatever it is now. But yeah. So anyway, let's see who we got in the comments so far. We got Mayhem. Appreciate that. Anyone wants to join, you're welcome to. Hit that StreamYard link to call in. We don't need you on camera like I am. If you want to be on camera, that's up to you. I don't care what you look like. Uh, Probably the people of YouTube don't either. Um, no offense. I'm not trying to be a jerk when I say that. I'm just y'all get it. Oh man. I don't know. Anyway, like I said, I didn't really have much planned for this show. I didn't really see many people live. I figured I'd go live, but I don't know. We got people watching. Maybe they're not clicking the link because they're trolling me. I don't know. But teams that could be good this year. I mean, there's a lot of them, but like, what are some teams? If you're watching this back, you can put it in the comments. If you're watching this live, you can put it in the live chat too. That's fine. What are some teams that are? How do I want to put this in my own words? Well, who am I kidding? Sleeper, not like college football playoff picks or anything, but what are some sleeper teams in general? I mean, I look at Auburn. I think if they get their quarterback situated, they'll be really, really good and dangerous. I'm not saying they make the playoffs or win a natty or anything like that. I don't even think they'll compete for the SEC. I mean, they could, but they'll be back to 7 or 8 wins, making bowl games, something like that. I think Auburn's on that list. I like Michigan State. What's up, Jerry? Good to see you. We got Mayhem in here. What's up?
What's up, Ballard? How you doing?
Good, man. It's been a minute. At least on the
Yeah. So, just wanted to pop in on here and wanted to ask you a question.
okay.
So the season is about 7 weeks, give or take, away from the start of the season.
Yeah.
So I need you to come up with a couple of things that, if it were to happen as an Alabama fan, that you would absolutely lose your ish.
Basically, what would upset me the most that I would be irate on YouTube or something?
Yeah, that would make you want to break a TV or just absolutely. What are some things that you find yourself wanting this season, and if you don't get it, like you're throwing up the torches now?
That's a good question. I think there's a couple different ways I could go with that. First, I'm gonna pull up the schedule, but um, I don't know, man. Like, we open at Florida State. I think
Does
that
does losing that
anything.
does
Go
losing
ahead.
that does losing that game start you off heated, pretty heated?
Yeah, probably because of how Florida State was last year. Now, at the same time, I would say to Florida State, go big or go home if you do pull an upset. However, I also don't see them getting past maybe 4 or 5 wins. There are a couple wins better this year, but they're not going to turn the tables. I don't think they're going to run the table either. So it would kind of piss me off if we lost to Florida State
Now
at the start.
I
Yeah.
know like you can sit here and say like if you lost to ULM or if you lost to Vandy or whatever, then of course you would be mad. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like, for example, you start out at Florida State on the road. If you lose that game, does that make you want to break a TV?
Hold on one second. Okay, I'm back. What's up? I'm sorry.
I said, of course, if you lose to like ULM, I feel like you would definitely lose your cool there. But I'm not talking about them type of games. I'm talking about like, you know, okay, on the road at Florida State. Would that make you really upset?
It would.
Now, Georgia on the road at Georgia. I do not think if y'all lost to Georgia, you would be like super upset about it. I don't think you would, right?
I mean, it's a loss that could be expected. It would upset me because I'd have to hear it from guys like you, but it wouldn't be the end of the world.
Okay. Now, if you lose to Vanderbilt 2 years in a row, especially at
I'll
Bryant
break
Denny,
my
I mean, come
computer.
on, you would.
I won't break a TV. I'll break a TV and my computer, but go on.
Okay, at Missouri, I mean, if you lose that, I mean, I guess you could be kind of upset, but like, I wouldn't say that it's the end of the world. Tennessee, you always want to beat Tennessee, but losing to them, I mean, I will say losing to them after everything that they've lost and everything like that, that would be kind of upsetting. Losing to South Carolina, I'm not sure what happened to Ballard, but as I was saying, losing to South Carolina wouldn't
I'm back.
be the end of losing to South Carolina wouldn't be the end of the world either. Obviously, like losing, I mean, you can lose a couple of games and say, okay, this is not the end of the world, right?
Right.
But if you don't at least go, what is a win total that you'll be like, okay, guys, it's not the end of the world. We still got this. We got one more year. We're gonna give them one more year, right? What's a win total that you are expecting Alabama? If they don't get that number or higher, like
Mhm.
fire DeBoer.
I think if they don't honestly, like, I know Alabama fans wanna say we gotta win 10 or more and get to the playoffs in year 2 with them. I think that has to happen at least by year 3, but if we go, like, 9-4 with a bowl loss or a bowl win or something weird like that, like or well, let me put it this way. We go 9-3 in the regular season this year. Anything less than that, you gotta go. You're out the door, right? But anything 9-3 or better, like, just be content with it, man. It takes patience, it takes timing, and everything like that, you know?
Now, are you expecting like an SEC championship berth or even a playoff berth this season? Is that the expectation here this year?
I don't know about SEC championship berth, but I could see playoff berth is my expectation and what I hope for. I don't even care if we make the SEC title. It would be great if we made it, and it would help us definitely. But if we're on the outside looking in, if we're like third or fourth team in the SEC and we just barely missed it, I think Alabama's in prime position for the playoffs.
Okay. So, do you do you believe that SEC I mean, just conference championships in general are irrelevant now? They're meaningless.
They weren't last year because of how they had the playoffs set up. Now they have it to where it's straight seeding. I mean, they're still taking conference titles, but I would say this, that you obviously don't have 12 different conference really conferences period, but also conference champions. You don't need it. You just don't. I mean, if you win it, that's great. You shouldn't like put it to the side. I mean, like Georgia didn't win a natty last year. They won the SEC, beating Texas twice. I'm sure you as a Georgia fan were pretty happy about that. You shouldn't just put it off to the side, but at the same time, it's not a necessity as it used to be.
Yeah, I've always wanted them.
Jerry put it right. I wouldn't say they are meaningless, but certainly not as important since they are taking more playoff teams. I agree.
I think they should adopt more of the NFL style where the I don't know how they would do it, especially with the playoff rank system that they have, but
Right.
have the SEC championship, the ACC championship, the Big Ten championship. You know, have the championship game in the play. It's like part of the playoffs. I don't know. Look. I don't get paid millions of dollars to figure out a way to do it, but certainly I do think that having the championship games being a part of a playoff, kind of like the AFC and NFC conference championships in the NFL, they are a part of the playoff. You win. If you win, you're in the Super Bowl, right? And
Right.
it's very meaningful. You want to win your conference championship because then you'll be in literally the Super Bowl, right?
Yeah.
But I wish they would make it something like that to where, like in the NBA, you know, conference finals. If you win your conference finals, you're in the finals. I mean, why is it so hard? I mean, I know why it's so hard, but because it'll be a little bit difficult to try to put it into the playoff format. But I'm sure that there is a way, and that there is a number of teams that you could put in there that would
Hmm.
work in the system where you can have, okay, let's have four automatic bids for SEC, ACC, um, Big Ten, and Big 12. So 4 times 4 is 16. So, I mean, them two, you play two games in the SEC, play two games in the other SEC bracket, and then the two winners out of them two, they're in the SEC championship. Okay, then you do the same thing for the Big Ten, same thing for the Big 12, same thing for the ACC, and then so your round two matches in the playoff will be your conference championship, and then you go on to round three, and then so on and so forth like that, right? I think
Yeah.
16 team playoff, four teams from each division go in, and then round two would be your so-called championship game, right? Your conference championship game. It would mean a lot more, than having it before a playoff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I know that might be too easy to think of because college football wants to make it really difficult and really it's all about money nowadays. But like, I'm gonna just say this: like the SEC right now, and for the past 20, at least 25 years, um, they've been the most dominant conference in college football. But the Big Ten is making a lot of noise. You could say that they were the best conference this past season. You can make a case for them. Um, you know, I personally think the SEC was still the best, but I'm just a homer, so take what I say with a grain of salt. But like the Big Ten is making some noise. So what if they go on a 20-year stretch, or what if the Big 12? What if they come up in the next 20 years? They're the biggest brand, right?
Right.
Like, you don't know what's going to be in store in the next 20 years, and that's why I say, like, college football has to be somewhat equal. Is okay, you got to get 4 teams in the SEC, 4 teams in the ACC, 4 teams in Big Ten, 4 teams in the Big 12. That'll give you plenty of teams from each conference. And if you think that you're better than the conference, then your 4 teams should be able to win the championship year in and year out. It should be a piece of cake.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you talk about the automatic bids for the Big Ten and the SEC. Well, they're doing that because of how many teams are in the conference. I mean, come on, that part's obvious. I get on here and I say, nothing's a guarantee in football. There are some aspects that I do believe are obvious. I think they want to get the automatic bids for the Big Ten and the SEC because the Big Ten has 20 and the SEC's got 16, at least at the moment, and all this crazy stuff, right? So I get that. But you made a point, what if the Big 12 has a really good year? I would also say the ACC. I would say, what if you just get really good with the group of 5 type stuff? Or
I
you
think
just
the
like if a team really wants to go and win some football games, I don't see why they can't go do that. You just never know who's gonna be in the mix. Now you can make assumptions, it's gonna be the Georgias and the Texases, the Ohio States and Penn States. That makes sense to go into the season. But some teams we've seen before do a 180 and it's like, wait, this team sucked last year. Well, now they're
think
really, really good, you know?
think about
So,
think about think about this, Ballard.
okay.
Fif- 15 years ago, the Georgia Bulldogs,
Mhm.
2010 Georgia Bulldogs. They went 6-7.
Yeah.
They went 6-6 and lost their bowl game. They went 6-7. That's the first losing season in. I mean, I think that was our only losing season in like the last 30 years or whatever it was, right? But just take 15 years. If you go back 15 years, and let's just say I was a time traveler, and I
Okay.
told Christian Ballard from 15 years ago, I said, "Hey, Christian, so in 15 years from now, the Georgia Bulldogs, they're gonna have 2 national championships, a couple more SEC championships, and they are going to be one of, if not the standard of college football." I mean, you would laugh at me. You'd say, "Bro, they just went 6-7.
Yeah.
They're going." And what if I would have told you, "Hey, they're going to get a new coach. By the way, this coach has never been a head coach before, and he's going to win us a
Yeah.
couple of national championships."
You're drunk.
Yeah, like, what I'm trying to say is, like, college football changes. What if I would have told you in 2008 that Florida was going to be trash in
That
20?
wouldn't have made sense at the yeah.
I mean, what if I would
Well,
have
I
told
mean,
you?
think about this. Okay, now I wanna use Alabama for a second again, because in 2007, if you had looked at Nick Saban getting hired, as hyped up as it was, they had lost to teams like Georgia. They lost to ULM. They lost to I think they did lose the Iron Bowl that year. They went like shoot, what'd they go? 6-7, counting a bowl win or something. But if you had told Alabama fans, or well, not Alabama fan. Let's just say a general college football fan that doesn't have much of a team, but he knows everything, right? If you had said, "Hey, I know Alabama just went like 7-6, but they're fixing to be in the SEC title next year. They're just going to fall up short to Florida." And then you say, "Oh, and by the way, they might win a championship in 2009." What would you have said to that, Mayhem?
I mean, yeah. What if you would have just said, "Hey, they're gonna
You'd
win like,"
say you'd say, "Well, Nick Saban did it at LSU, but it's LSU.
but
This is
what if,
Alabama we're talking about, you know?"
but but what if you would have said that he would have won 6 national championships at Alabama?
They said, I'll give my life savings on that, I guess." I don't know if they'd say it sarcastically, but I mean, come on. They wouldn't have bought it.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
who knows I mean, look, I still think it's really crazy that Oregon has never won a national championship in college football ever.
right, right.
I think that's a crazy stat to me. Like,
'Cause they've never really been bad. Like I mean, I don't think not in my lifetime. I mean, even growing up as a kid, like even the early 2010s, um, they were just I mean, they
so you
competed. I mean,
had
they Cam Newton beat them in a championship game. Then you had 2014, but even in those years in between, did they have losing records? I don't think they did. I thought they were competing for the Pac-12 year in and year out.
what's the coach Kelly? I'm drawing a blank
Kelly,
on it.
Chip Kelly?
Yeah, Chip Kelly. So Chip Kelly was their head coach whenever I
Yeah,
was a kid. Um, did really really good, and he was winning at least what 9, 10 games a year, something like
something like
that.
that, yeah.
And then you had the Mario Cristobal experience there. They won at least 9 or 10 games per year. It seemed like. Now they have Coach Dan Lanning. I mean, he's been in the playoff conversation and he's made the playoffs. Uh, you know, went 13-0 before losing in the second round of the playoffs this season. Has a Big Ten championship. You know, they've always been really good to me. It just seems like that is a crazy stat that like they've
Yeah.
never won a national title. That is wild.
Like, dude, there's so much of this that you could go with this, like, what if I told you about college football? Oh, hey, what if I told you Cam Newton's gonna come from Florida, win Auburn a championship in 2010 with Gene Chizik as the coach? Okay,
And
that's
when I
fine, cool.
and when
But
a
then you
Heisman.
say, "Oh, hey, but get this, the next year, they're only gonna win, like, 3 or 4 games." I'm like, "Wait, what?
Yeah, that's
What?"
that's how that's how crazy college football can change from year to year. And that's
TCU's gonna make a natty one year, and they're gonna get blown out by 60 points, but you know what they did the year before? They only won 6 games. Wait, TCU's gonna make a natty? Are you sure about that?
and
It
then on
happened,
top of
dude.
that,
It
and
happened.
then and then on top of that, after they make the
Okay.
natty, after they make how about this? After they make the natty, the next year after that, they're only gonna win 5 games. They're gonna miss a bowl game.
They're gonna miss a ball, yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man.
They they went
Dude.
what 6 they went 6-6 and then they went to a
Yeah.
national championship and then they're back at poverty with 5-7. Like, you know, that is just how crazy and up and down college football is from year to year. You don't know. I mean, Michigan won a national championship. Find out they're cheating and they have a really horrible season this past season. I mean, they
Yeah.
they did salvage their season. They did salvage it at the end there, but I mean, to be honest, I mean, it was a bad year for them. They should have done better. I mean, um, if I would have told you back in the '90s that Nebraska in 2025 was gonna go 6-6. I mean, you'd have laughed at me. You'd be like, bro, they're like on top of college football. Winning national championships. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, it's funny. You remember a few weeks ago, were we on here or were you calling me where you said, like, well, there's been a couple things we've talked about off the air, but one of the things you said was something about like trying to tell our kids about like college football or what was it that or like imagine a world without it or something, but or okay, I say that to say this, Mayhem. Think of the future of college football and how it's changing and stuff, and how um, one day we'll have to tell our kids, hey, how's college football gonna be this year, Dad? Oh, son, I don't know. I think that was it. Like it was
it was,
changing so much that
yeah,
we didn't know how to explain it in the future,
like
something like that.
I would hate. I mean, I would love to have a child, but I would hate to uh, have a 5 or 6 year old child right now trying to explain, hey, this is how college football works. This is the rules of the game, and this is how your team gets to the playoffs. This is how your team gets to this championship, and this is how your team does this and that and the third, right?
Oh, that's right, that's right. You were trying to explain college football, but it's changing so much that you'd have to explain it every year, and then it gets to the point like, "Hey, how's it gonna be?" And you just like, "I don't even know.
I mean,
I
yeah.
don't even know."
I mean,
Yeah,
because
that was it.
I I mean, I've always said that whatever decision that they come up with before December, because I think they got to come up with something before. I mean, it seems like the straight seating is what they're going to eventually end up with. But um, whatever they come up with for the 2026 season, I want it to be sustainable. I want it to be 20 years. I want that model that they come up with to be something that is carried on for the next 20 years. And if it's not, then, tweak it just a little bit, but not so much that you're adding four more teams to the playoff or you're adding stipulations that really change the game. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
mean,
Well,
I want
what's crazy to
something.
me is like, okay, so it's amazing. Okay, so we had the 14 format, and it lasted a good 10 years. Then they say we're going. Well, first they said in like 2017, I started seeing stuff about expansion possibilities, and then they finally around 2021 came out and said they are going to expand. Anyway, we know all that. But what's crazy to me, Mayhem, is why did the BCS last as long as it did? The 14 lasted as long as it did, but yet we're fixing to after one season or two seasons of the 12 team, we're going to 14 and then we're going to 16. Like nothing's going to last, man.
Yeah,
Honestly.
that's what I'm saying. I mean, I feel like they should have really made a decision prior to expanding to 12. They should have said, okay, let's do 16 because we already know we're going to 16. Let's just go to 16, right? I mean,
Yeah, like hype it up and
yeah,
not
why,
do it yet.
why expand it to 12, then go to 14, then go to 16? Why do that? I mean, what are you going to do? And
Within, like, 5 years too, all of it within, like, 5 years or
I
6,
mean,
whatever.
I mean, eventually, is it going to be like the FCS where you're playing a 2014 playoff? Is that what we're going with? Which that would make more sense. I'm gonna be honest with you, Ballard.
Mhm.
I would be in favor. This is going to be crazy take here, but I would be in favor of a 2014 playoff. That's the most I'd be willing to do. But do you know why? I'm gonna tell you why I would be in favor for it. Is because what do we do? What do we rank every single week? The top 25.
Top 25, yeah. Yep.
We rank them every single week. We do it every single week. We rank top 25. So to me, it would be pretty simple. Just rank the top 25. Hey, sorry, but number 25, you're not going to be. You're the outside looking in. But rank the you know do you rank top 25 every single week anyways? You might as well just do a top 24 and that 25th spot. I mean, hey, that's going to be like the outside looking in. And uh, sorry, bud. I mean, you know,
Yeah.
but
Sorry to break your heart
like,
there, bud.
yeah, like number 20,
Yeah.
number 25, you're just not it. But like rank 1 through 24. I mean, we do a top 25 ranking every single week, anyways. I mean, and nobody really. I mean, yes, you have some people that come on here crying and complaining about the top 25 AP poll. Yes, I understand that. But
Right.
for the most part, I mean, for the most part, they pretty much get it about right. There are some of them that you could say, well, they should be a little bit higher or they should be a little bit lower, right? But for the most part, they pretty much get it right, almost right.
Yeah. For the most part. I mean, honestly, for me, like outside the top 15, I really don't care what 16 to 25 looks like because it's at that point, especially when we get mid-season, it's almost meaningless. But what's up, Nate?
Yeah.
Not much, man. So
What do you
Matthew.
think about all this?
Oh, okay, to Matthew. um,
Yeah, see you, Mayhem, I guess. He's so weird. Like he comes on and gives his 2 cents, and then as soon as I add someone else, he usually leaves. I don't know what his deal is.
I don't know, man.
He's good
Um,
though. I love him.
but yeah, I was gonna say that even if Michigan was horrible last year, they were supposed to be horrible. I mean,
Yeah,
most of the majority people said they're gonna be horrible um, before that season last year. Um, so I don't know why people are saying, "Oh, they were horrible. They were supposed to be good." I mean,
yeah.
I thought you guys said that Michigan was supposed to be horrible because they lost a lot of talent. I mean, which one is it? But I mean, it's not a big deal. It's not. I'm just saying in general because I think they get a little confused of like what is good and what is not good. I don't know,
Right.
but but I think Michigan has the ability to surprise some people, even though some people are high on them. Like I mean, by surprise people, like maybe you beat USC, it may go like 10-2 or 10-1 or 11-1. I think. Not saying that. No, I'm not saying that will happen. I'm saying as a possibility, but that's like that possibility is like 10 to 5% or 5 to 10%. But
Yeah, y'all got a interesting schedule. I'm gonna pull it up real quick. I know we've looked at it a bit, but um oh, you're good, Mayhem. Thanks, buddy. He says he doesn't want to talk over anyone. You're good. Michigan. Here we go. New Mexico. Win.
when
At
yeah,
Oklahoma,
Pen-
50-50.
potentially
Central Michigan.
win.
Central
Yeah,
Michigan, win. At
yeah,
Nebraska. Now you like Nebraska too. You're fine either way, I'm
yeah.
sure.
Well,
Um,
I picked
that
Nebraska
could
to
go.
win that game.
Honestly, I'm high. I'm high on Nebraska to the point that's almost a coin flip. I actually might favor Nebraska there early in the season.
Yeah,
Wisconsin, probably a win at USC. It's
no
Lincoln
one goes to
Riley.
USC games though.
Yeah. Yeah. Washington, Michigan State, Purdue. I mean, I feel like it's almost a roller coaster for you guys. I feel like
Yeah.
it just gets easier up until Ohio State.
Yeah. I mean, anything can go with the Paul Bunyan Trophy rivalry with Michigan State, but Michigan State is supposed to be horrible.
Yeah.
But look at what way Michigan beat Ohio State. It could happen.
Yeah.
um, um, but yeah, I think Nebraska gets Michigan at home. That's what I think. Just because it's like a 3:30 game, and it's actually getting sold out right now. So, or sold out, whatever. And but I guess my other team, Nebraska. Um, this I won't say okay. Matt Rule has a plenty of time to grow Nebraska. Nebraska could be a playoff contender. Maybe not like a national title contender, but just a playoff contender, right? Um, I think he could. I think he could do it this year. I think this is one of his team's best, like one of his teams that could go to the playoffs. Because who knows how many years he has for Nebraska? Because I don't know his contract. Um, but I do want him to stay at Nebraska because he's been, you know, a pretty good coach. Even though we had crappy seasons, and what do you expect from Nebraska? Crappy seasons so far.
Yeah.
But what's your thoughts about that? Like, do you think his max potential for developing Nebraska into like a playoff contender, or
I think down the road, yes, but I don't think it's like this year or anything,
not?
obviously, but
Maybe not this year, but it could happen.
it
But
can. I don't see it till maybe 2 or 3 years down the road.
yeah, I mean, his third year is supposed to be his magic year, so
Yeah.
um, who knows? I mean, they brought in like transfers from other schools. At Alabama offensive tackle, Missouri edge rusher. Uh, he did pretty good in the transfer portal, but um, also, what we I know you don't really care about Group of Five, but what's your honest opinion on the new additions to like Missouri State and Delaware State?
I mean, it builds the G5 level, and honestly, I like that. I mean,
Yeah,
obviously, I don't care as much as I do Power 5, but
right. I mean,
it's still good to see more teams, and
yes,
I think for those specific fan bases and schools, I think it's great for them.
yeah. I mean, I would agree. But to be honest, I'm like I like the Power Five. I like the Group of Five. I mean, I won't say I wouldn't care about Group of Five. I like Group of Five too, because they're
Right.
fun to watch. I mean, in their own, I guess, group. I guess. Um, but to be honest, you know how Lou that says that a Group of Five needs to have their own playoff.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, would anyone watch it though?
If
I
it
don't think.
was, I mean, I feel like they'd get more viewers
I
than
don't know, man.
if
I
it
mean,
was. I think it's one of those coin flip things. I mean, do you watch it or do you don't? I mean, because I don't know. I would rather watch Group of Five on Group of Five than I would Georgia beat up on, nobody Tech. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Well, I'm saying like for a playoff, I don't know because what they're playing the same time as the you know the college football playoff. and then nobody will watch it. And that's my point.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's my worry that could happen in the future. Group of 5 is playing the same time as, I guess, college playoff. But
Yeah.
it's just, I won't say it breaks my heart, but it's just with the
It's kind
guys.
of dumb, honestly, to think
Yeah,
about. Like, just yeah.
I mean, why? Okay, I know it's loose comment, but I'm not gonna take it away from it. It's just about opinion.
Is Lou in the comments? Hold
No,
on,
no,
wait,
no,
what?
no. I'm not trying to. I'm not trying to call it Lou. I was just,
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I didn't see his comments.
No, no, no,
I
no,
thought
no. I'm
you were
not. I'm
saying he
not.
was in the
No, I'm not.
comment section or something. Okay.
No, I'm
Continue.
just commenting on his opinion on Group of 5 and Power 5
Yeah.
playoffs. That's all. I mean, I just give him my honest opinion. That's all. But yeah, I mean, no, that's my biggest worry with the Group of 5. I don't think anybody was going to watch it.
Yeah.
And I mean, with all those players on the Group of 5 busting their rear ends to get like viewership, like what is the point then? I mean, the point is like for a Group of 5, they want to play football in Division 1 and get viewership, and I get it. Power 5 is more viewership than Group of 5, and Power 5 is more, I guess, what do you call it? I don't know what the word is, but more popular, obviously.
Yeah.
But I think Group of 5 needs to get some love too. Not gonna lie.
I think so. I mean, you've had some good teams out there, man.
Yeah,
Liberty, Coastal Carolina.
Coastal
I mean,
Carolina,
there are really good teams out there in the
and
Group of
now
5. Sam Houston. I mean, I could go down the list, man.
and Boise
It's
State in the
just
past.
that compared to the Alabamas, the Georgias, the Michigans, and Ohio States of the world, when you put them on a field, the obvious pick would not be those Group of 5 teams. Now, I'm not
No,
saying they can't pull upsets. You never know in college football. We've seen it before. Northern
Western
Illinois,
State.
thank you. But I no, I agree with you, man. I just think that the Group of 5 needs more love and respect because of the level of competition they have. But because you don't see too many upsets when it goes up against the Power 4,
Yeah,
it doesn't get the love and respect that maybe the ace like even the down bad ACC teams, I feel like get more respect.
yeah,
I mean, people look at people would look at Wake Forest or whoever or last year's Florida State. Well, no, they won't.
yeah,
But they would look at like a Wake Forest before they go to UTEP,
exactly.
you know?
Mm-hmm.
Now, maybe I don't know. Maybe in some cases Wake Forest might be better than UTEP. I don't know how UTEP is, other than they're just kind of sort of average here or there. But it's still like because you're in a power conference, you're going to get the love and respect that you deserve in ways, but at the same time, there are a Group of 5 teams out there. Like, Coastal Carolina was, like, one of the only undefeated teams a few years ago,
Yeah,
and
and
they didn't get in the playoffs. They won 13 games, but
mm-hmm.
nobody cared. I
No,
cared.
yeah,
But
I care too. Not gonna lie.
what's up? What's up, old Millis? Lawn Tractor Life, how you doing?
But yeah, like even UTSA, had like
San Antonio? Yep.
had like 11-win season, 3 years ago, something like that, and they were in the college football playoff rankings. I think they were either 14th or 13th, wherever. But that's
Yeah.
where we still had the 4 team. But still, I mean, yeah, you have to know. You have to the UTSA plays in the freaking Alamo Dome. That's their stadium.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's an iconic venue and stuff, but it's like a 67 capacity stadium. So I guess for a freaking group of 5 team or 4.
Yeah.
So I don't know. There's some group of 5 teams have big stadiums or not big stadiums, just normal size stadiums that can hold like say 40 or 50 capacity, which is normal. But I just think they need. You know how game day sometimes game day goes uh to some places that nobody expected them to go to and stuff.
Oh, like when they went to Colorado State 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Now, it wasn't a bad choice. That was a great
No,
game. But we were like, "Whoa, that's the game you're going to? Like, really?" But they ended up going to Boulder or whatever. Okay, cool. But yeah, I get what you're saying.
but yeah, like what about I think they should put game day in. I think I forgot what week they play, but I want game day to go to Champaign, Illinois.
Mhm.
Can't remember when Illinois versus the Buckeyes, renewed rivalry. Well, I guess you can call it rivalry, but it's not really a big one. But, uh, battle for Illybuck. Um,
Yeah.
um, but yeah, it's one of the oldest, I think. But I'm just although all of one of the lopsided though, but still.
Yeah.
um, that doesn't matter. I mean, still rivalry or nonetheless and stuff. But I think the 2 teams are gonna go at it. And I think game day should go there. I forgot. I don't know what week, but just that 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 time of the week where Illinois hosts Ohio State. That's what I think. But
Be a good game. I mean, that's always I mean, Illinois can play some good games, man.
yeah,
Ohio
I
State
mean,
always ends up like, winning.
yeah. Uh, Ohio State has a streak in San Illinois. I think it's 7. I think. Uh, Lee, Ely Buck. In the book.
It's always fun predicting like where college game day could end up this year.
Yeah,
I think I want to bet you that week 2 they go to Dorman for Michigan, Oklahoma.
yeah. I
I
think
think that's that actually might be obvious because that's a
no,
big non-con
no.
game.
If they don't go there, I'm gonna be pissed.
Oh, I know. Who's good in week 3? Who do we got here? Let's see. Florida, LSU, A&M, Notre Dame. They could go back to that. I think they went there last year for week 1. Anyway, I mean, there's so many games this year that need more credit, I think.
Yeah. I mean, look at. I mean,
Florida at Miami on September 20th. Quote unquote at Miami. It's actually at the Dolphins Stadium. So they can't get their own place.
Um, 1902. That's the first game of the Italy or just the rivalry with Illinois and Ohio State. 1902.
You know,
But
it's a long time.
Yeah, and
They play every year too.
I mean, well, they used to.
Used to, yeah.
And it's one of those rivalries that they used to play every year when they had, used to have divisions and stuff. But I think, speaking of divisions, I think we need all divisions back. Not gonna lie.
I do like the idea of it, but I also like seeing that we always get the best two in the conference.
Well, that's the thing.
But then again, I miss like the East and West. I really do.
Yeah.
Because like that's what made stuff like the Iron Bowl so special.
Yeah.
There was never a point except maybe 2013 where they were the best in the conference. Like literally 1 and 2 or 1A, 1B. But they were 1A, 1B in the West and the winner got to move on.
Mm-hmm.
You know. Same thing with Georgia, Florida. I'm trying to think, Michigan, Ohio State in the Big Ten East every year. Or Penn State and Michigan or Penn State, Ohio State. However you wanted to put it.
Mm-hmm.
I would not be opposed to bringing back divisions, but I also wouldn't be disappointed if we never did it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Do 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 do. Oh no! Please don't tell me I'm singing the freaking Notre Dame freaking fight song. Gosh dang it!
What the hell's wrong with you?
I don't know, bro. It's too iconic.
quote unquote Michigan homer.
I don't know. It's too iconic. I'm sorry.
It is iconic. I love fight songs, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest, like I hate myself so much that I'm gonna admit this. I don't mind the sound of Rocky Top. It's not my favorite, but
Plus,
people make it out to be annoying, and I'm just like, it's just another college football song, man. Like I don't mind it.
yeah.
Or Auburn. Auburn's got a good one. You know.
I mean, yeah. I don't. Well, we all know that Michigan has one of the greatest fight songs.
Yeah. Alabama too.
Yeah. What about how about underrated?
Underrated fight songs. I like the A&M fight song.
Mm-hmm.
Dun, 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 dun. I don't know. I lost it.
Yeah.
What about I'm trying to think of some other ones. LSU's got a good one. Shout out to TK.
Yep.
Clemson's Tiger Rag is good.
What about
It's not my favorite.
What about Hill Varsity in Nebraska and good old I
It's
think
pretty
it's
good.
Nebraska U, I think, or a good old Nebraska U. I can't remember. How about this? I'm gonna look at some. Uh, Fight songs. Playlist. I don't want freaking songs. I want fight songs. Dang it. I never heard of Akron. Whoever. Oh, University of Arkansas. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Let's see. Iowa fight or what do we call it? Nebraska. Do they have two? Wow, they had two.
Oh, hold on. Nate disconnected. He's in the back room, but he disconnected. Hold on. We'll get him back. There we go.
Yeah, I can't use hello? Oh,
Yeah.
you can hear me? Okay.
Yeah.
So I can't use apparently I can't use YouTube while I'm on the show on my phone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because I was gonna play some fight songs that you don't mind, but I don't know. Yeah, actually the Jeopardy that we did from on my show was pretty cool.
Yeah. I don't mind setting that up one night. Not tonight, but maybe some other
No,
time.
do you want the
It was
site
fun.
though? Like the
Yeah,
name of
you
the
could
site?
send it to me or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see some fight songs.
I did all Division One uh, cautionable fight songs.
Yeah. Yay, Alabama.
Nice.
I love it. I love the sound of that.
Oh, now you got my that stuck in my head. Great. Uh, um, I think this is a whole list. I think. Uh, Heck. I got the. Oops. I got. Oh,
Oh, hold on.
you
There
good?
we go. Yeah.
Air Force, I guess. That's all right. Not bad. Oh, Akron.
Not bad at all.
Hey,
Blue and gold.
Not bad at all. This would be probably better than Air Force. No offense, Akron.
What's that?
I said, no offense, Akron. Okay, maybe yeah. Okay. There you go.
All right. Go teach Bulldogs to behave. Send Yellow Jackets to a watery grave. And if a man starts the weekend, that's a shame. For Bama's fucking great. Every her name is Crimson Flame. Fight on, fight on, fight on, man. Remember the Rose Bowl will win. Then hey, roll to victory. Hit your stride. Your Dixie's football pride. Crimson Tide.
That's right. Oh, Appalachian.
Can I get something real quick?
Yeah.
Can I just get a big
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so tired.
Will be.
Yeah.
Go Avs. I'm gonna solve that.
Great. It's got me like.
Come on, man!
I'm really more. You want to listen to the whole fight song or just like 30 seconds?
What's that?
Do you want to listen to, like, I guess, 53 seconds of each, I guess, fight song?
Each fight song? No.
No.
No. No, I don't.
No. Yeah. Oh, wow, of course. This is cool. Oh, gosh.
It's like, Georgia now? Come on, man.
I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna play the whole thing.
Round right.
Horrible round with that. That's it. That's the thing. Co-ed? What?
Yo, what? Did you see those lyrics?
Yeah.
It says, did that just say something about chopping off George's head? Chop our battle axe on George's head, chop.
Wow. Damn.
That's brutal. That's brutal as hell.
Damn. Georgia Tech?
What the? They're mad because they're not in the SEC no more.
I know, right?
Probably. I don't know.
Oski, wow.
Oh, Oski Wawa. Yeah, Jeff Webster introduced me to that one.
Yeah. That's good, boy. I mean, that's true. Oh, wow.
All right, last one. We'll get one more.
Wait, how many? What? Oh, wait, let's get through. Never heard of this version, right? Oh, you heard of that? Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
This is their whole spy song. Oh, finally. We do some best. Let's meet the funky stop. I don't want to. I don't want
That's
to.
funny. That's funny that it said champions of the West, even though you guys are technically in the Big Ten East, and
I
you're
mean,
not anywhere near the western part of
well,
the
I
state.
know. I mean, maybe they used to be like the Big Ten West at the time.
Maybe. I
That's
mean, I would
probably
think something like that. Yeah.
yeah. Or they won in the West because they won in the Rose Bowl.
Right.
but yeah, I wanted to show some like I guess different fight songs.
Yeah.
What was your favorite one? Although bad Bama, but like which one's your favorite one that you had never heard?
That I never heard. I'm not
Yeah.
sure. We did Arizona State
Yeah,
was one of them. That was pretty good.
yeah,
I had heard Oski Wow Wow,
yeah,
Illinois. I've heard that one before, and it's a good one.
yeah. I actually like Arkansas. Not gonna lie.
Arkansas was pretty good.
What else? Actually, what was decent fight song I actually thought was Akron, even though their team is horrible.
Who?
Akron's fight song.
Acrits?
Akron's fight song's decent. I mean, even though their team is terrible at football. But also happy post Independence Day, Ballard.
Yeah. I saw so you had you did some fireworks. You were live at one point
Yeah.
yesterday, weren't you? I
Yeah.
went back and watched it.
Yeah, I was at my friend's house for I guess the 4th of July. So
Yeah. I was at a friend's house too. We had some fun.
yeah.
Good barbecue stuff, man.
Now for the fireworks down there, do they go big boom or just?
Oh yeah. Well, he had like patriotic music playing,
Oh yeah.
and he started off slow, and it got better, and dude, it was
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah. What was your favorite song from it playing? That I just heard.
Red, white, and blue. Courtesy of the red, white, and blue, I
Toby
think
Keith.
is one. Toby Keith. Yes, sir.
Rest in peace.
Yeah. Rest in peace.
Now
He should have been a cowboy.
Yeah, I actually like the song "Real American."
Yeah.
I'm
I like the God Bless the USA from Lee Greenwood.
Oh yeah,
It's always amazing. I'm not just saying because Trump walks out to it, but like it really is a good one.
It is. Born in the USA is a comic.
Yeah, Bruce Springsteen.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now we just gotta wait for Memorial Day, I guess. No, wait.
Labor Day.
I mean, Veterans Day.
You can do fireworks on Veterans Day. Yeah, yeah. Labor Day is just a 4-day weekend to get off work or something, I think.
That's good.
I don't know if anyone's ever told no one at least told me like, oh, this is why we celebrate Labor Day. Like
Nobody.
it's not like Memorial Day or the 4th or anything.
No.
At least.
Or Memorial Day or Veterans Day.
Yeah.
What the hell is going on? I still hear some fireworks outside.
Yeah.
The normal out there too, where they don't have, they still have some fireworks and stuff. They still light up.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can tell you get a little tired. So I want to see if I can go
lie, but I'm pretty sure that Chuck was made a lie.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'm gonna get out of here, man. I just want to hang out with some of y'all, and I
Yeah,
appreciate you and Mayhem for coming on tonight.
of course, anytime. I
Yeah.
might go. You know what? I might go live on Wednesday. It's not going after
Okay,
Celine streams. So,
that'd be cool.
all right, see you, man.
See ya.
Good luck.
Love you, Nate. Appreciate you. I love all you guys. What's up, Baylor, man? I'm gonna get out of here. It's late. It's midnight Eastern time, but 11 o'clock here in Alabama. It's just been a long day, man. God, I worked. I came home. I'm tired. I didn't really get much sleep on the 4th last night, so I'm gonna rest. I'm gonna rest. Anyway, I love y'all, and I will see you guys real soon here at Ballard Sports Media. Jesus loves you. God bless, and roll tide from a Bama fan. We'll see you.